Okay, so today I want to talk to you about your daily habits and how you can create some awareness to improve your health and well-being. Now, I've listed 10 things here, and to make it simple, I'm going to associate 10% improvement to your health and well-being to each one. So therefore, if over time we are able to tick off all 10, we have 100% improvement. Now, the 10 that I've listed may be different for you. So if you want to and you have time, and I suggest that you do, and I encourage you to do so, write your own 10 down that you feel are applicable to where you are right now in your health and fitness journey. So this is what I would class as a very simple but effective approach if you're looking to improve your health and fitness step by step. And as it's titled, it's daily habits and awareness. So these are things that you can do day in, day out that over time accumulate and lead you further towards your goal. And before you know it, you'll actually maybe have surpassed your target because you get caught up in the momentum that these daily habits form. So to start with, number one, I've put to drink 2 litres of water per day. And shockingly, when I sit down and I do my consultations with my clients and my members, it's this one that quite often or not doesn't get ticked first. So if this is for you, maybe drinking 2 litres of water a day is a great place to start. However, you might already have a tick next to that. So if you do, well done. If you don't, maybe that's something that you can do day in, day out that's actually really reasonable and really achievable. Number 2, eat 5 different pieces of fruit per day. Looking at a variety of colours, rather than thinking, I have to have 5 apples, an apple, an orange, a pear, a plum, a banana. And before you know it, you've got lots of vitamins and lots of minerals that you wouldn't usually consume. Eat 5 pieces of veg per day. Again, looking at a variety of colours, so it's not the same each and every day. You're not getting to Friday at the end of the week and you're fed up of eating broccoli. So variety is the spice of life, as they say. So first 3, we've got drink 2 litres of water per day. Tick it or cross it, dependent on whether you feel that you need to apply that right now. Eating 5 pieces of fruit per day, again looking at different colours. Eating 5 pieces of veg per day, again looking at different colours. Tick or cross if they apply to you or whether you do or don't currently do them. Moving on to sleep for 7 to 9 hours per night. Why is there a 2-hour window? Well, I'm looking at quality, not quantity. But sleeping for 7 to 9 hours per night. Now, if you're thinking, well, I have to get up at 6 in the morning, there's no chance that I can get 9 hours a night. Well, you need to start maybe considering going to bed a little bit earlier. Turn off Netflix, turn off that series that you've been binge watching, turn off your phone, put it downstairs, don't leave it on the bedside table where there's that kind of draw or that habit to keep scrolling through your social media accounts, and just switch off. And you'll be amazed at how quick this additional sleep is going to help not only your mental state, your mood, your physical performance in a gym, and it soon does accumulate. Tick or cross whether that applies to you right now. Number 5, be active, 30 minutes minimum per day. Now, this doesn't mean that you have to go to a gym. It could be a brisk walk at lunch. It could be parking a little bit further away from the office so that you've got a little bit of a walk to your office and therefore a walk back at the end of the day, taking steps rather than taking escalators and lifts, and being as active as we possibly can for 30 minutes each day. Choose a sport. Play some badminton, play some squash, go for a swim, join the local Zumba class, anything that gets your body moving for a minimum of 30 minutes each day. If you're limited on kind of time restrictions and maybe going to a class isn't for you outside of your normal training regime, then just get out of the house in the evening. Okay, it's a little bit difficult at certain times of the year, but when it's dry, get yourself outside. Tick or cross if that applies to you. Moving on to number 6. This again may or may not apply to you depending on whether you do consume alcohol on a daily basis. It might not be a daily basis. It might just be that you feel that you're just consuming alcohol too often per week. Again, analyze it, become aware of it, and make a decision whether that's one of the things that are holding you back, or whether that's one of the things that, if you were to manipulate it a little bit, whether it would accelerate you forward. Number 7, increase protein intake. Now, this daily habit is all about awareness and just kind of getting the momentum going. So we're not looking at figures, but I just want you to have a conscious effort to go, right, have I got a protein source with my breakfast? Have I got a protein source with my lunch? Have I got a protein source with my evening meal? You know, are these meals filling me up? Make a conscious effort to increase your protein intake without thinking about quantities, will have a significant improvement in your overall choices. Tick or cross whether that applies to you. Number 8, exchange or cut out snacks and grazing. Well, that's one for me. I'm a big grazer throughout the day. I pick and just graze on things throughout the day that ultimately will exceed my caloric requirements. But again, not worrying about calories at this stage. We're simply creating an awareness and thinking, right, do I graze too much? Am I snacking too much, which then might inhibit the meals that I'm having because I'm not actually that hungry when it comes to meal time. So if we focus on the meals and making the meals better with the 5 pieces of veg, with the more fruit that's coming in, with the increased protein intake, we may not necessarily want to graze as often as we currently do. But it might come down to boredom. So you've got to analyze where you're at. Tick or cross whether number 8 applies to you. Number 9, a very successful way of keeping you on track when life gets busy, and that is batch cooking and preparing your meals in advance. So a little bit of homework, 7 days across the week, you might only want to batch cook for 5. You write down your breakfast, your lunch and your dinners, and you batch cook them on a Sunday evening, afternoon, and a Wednesday evening. So by Sunday, you've got Sunday night's dinner cooked and eaten. You've got Monday cooked and ready to go. Tuesday cooked and ready to go. Wednesday morning and lunchtime ready to go as well. And then Wednesday night, you cook fresh for Wednesday evening, Thursday, Friday, and potentially Saturday. But maybe Saturday to Sunday, you want a little bit of a break in terms of your preparation, because you may have more time over the weekend. Over the years that I've been doing this, people that batch cook and prepare meals in advance do get greater results than those that don't, purely down to the organization, and rather than being kind of stuck for an idea or going to the supermarket, and instead of going what they would normally want to go for, the cravings come in. So number 9, tick or cross if that applies to you. And finally, number 10, very simple, think. Now, I'm not saying, think yourself slim. What I'm saying is, if you think you're overeating, or you're over consuming calories, or you're over snacking, or you're over consuming on alcohol, chances are you are probably right. So your thoughts are very, very good at giving you feedback on where you currently are. If you think that you're tired, that you're lethargic, that you're moody, because you're not concentrating on your nutrition, you're not concentrating on your sleep, there's some feedback once again. So your thoughts are very important. So have a think. Am I doing what I really should be doing to move me from location A to location B, closer towards my goals? Now, as I said at the start of this video, I'm showing you 10 things, or encouraging you to look at 10 things that we associate a 10% improvement to. Now, we've got 10 things here, and it could be like, it's a bit overwhelming to introduce all these things at once. So I suggest for each week you pick 2 to 3 things. So if you're going to pick 2, things for me would be 5 pieces of veg I would choose, and then I would go for 3 and 8. So they would be mine for the next week. At the end of the week, if I've done that for 7 days straight, I can tick the box, and then I can introduce another 2. If I fail at 1, I can only introduce 1 more the following week. So you're only looking to introduce 2 for every successful 2 that you complete. Again, if you're choosing 3, for every 3 that you successfully complete, you add another 3 on. So again, if you're only able to complete 2 out of the 3, you only add on 2 more. Okay, so you've got 1 and 2 that have already successfully completed, 3 that you've not quite got yet. So keep working on that one, but introduce another one, because these 2 are already done. How you add them on is completely up to you. But if we have a 10% improvement to your health and well-being on each one, and we look at 2 each week as a minimum, that's a 20% improvement. And once we've got all 10, done and dusted. Hopefully you would have started to gain some really good momentum. You've got this awareness of where your health and well-being is moving in the right direction, and it's a great way to create awareness on a daily basis of improving your habits.